She's a prayer warrior, down on her knees.
Happy New Year. Welcome to 2019 Prayer Warrior Show. We are glad you are watching us. This is Champions TV Kenya, and you can subscribe to our YouTube channel, Champions TV Kenya, and also you can follow us on our Twitter handle and Facebook account, Champions TV Kenya. In the studio, we have a guest who is helping us understand more about altars. His name is Pastor Wise. He was here last time and he shared about his testimony and how God intervened in his life. And today I'm glad because he's going to share with us about what God have been using him to touch the heart and to heal many. Thank you very much. Karibu sana, Pastor Wise.
Thank you, Susan.
I'm glad and thank you for joining us once more. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Maybe before we start, you can say hi to our viewer using that camera.
Praise the Lord. I'm Pastor Robert Wise. I love the Lord and I welcome to this program. And you can even take your notebook and a pen to write down some of the points. You are welcome.
Thank you very much, Pastor Wise. I'm happy to see you 2019. How is your 2019?
Marvelous, beautiful.
What are some of the resolutions?
Ooh, so many, so many. This year I'm going to look for, I'm going to pray more and more. I'm going to seek the face of God. I want God to teach me his ways and the paths. I want to go deeper and deeper.
In the Word.
In the Word.
Wow, glory to God. And now we are here to have this talk about altars. And to start with, maybe you can help us understand what is an altar.
Okay. An altar, it is a place of worship whereby divinity meets with humanity. And we worship through our sacrifices and the offering. So an altar is being raised for the purpose of worship. Yes.
Okay. And talking about altars,
yes.
I know we have different types of altars. Maybe you can help us understand these types of the different types.
Yes. Number one, we have godly altar. That is number one. A godly altar, it is an altar which has been raised according to the God of the Bible. Number two, we have satanic altar or evil altar. This is an altar being raised to prevent the will of God or to prevent the will of God or purpose of God in his people. Under a godly altar, we have a family altar. We have also a personal altar. Now, when we come to the other side of evil altar, we have generational altar. And we have another altar called family altar, also as the one we have seen in the side of our father or the side of an holy altar. Then we have a foreign altar that is under an evil altar. Now, let us start with the godly altar. And godly altar, it is whereby all Christian, all believers, they come together to worship and to connect, to give their sacrifices and the offering to their Creator, so that He may speak to them, or He may connect to their spirit and give them whatever they have requested or they have prayed for. Now, An altar, it will depend, the type of the altar depends on the sacrifices which are being offered. An empty altar, it is a poor altar. An empty altar is a poor altar. It's an altar whereby it doesn't have any power, because it will depend on the sacrifices which are being offered on that altar.
And talking about an empty altar and the sacrifices, what are the sacrifices?
Now, when we look at an holy altar, if we offer an offering or a sacrifice which is weak, what do I mean by saying weak? I mean this: if we offer a sacrifice like we are supposed to offer good something, because the Bible talks about giving God what is the best of you, what you can offer. So if we offer like, for example, the altars that we are serving, you offer like 20 shillings, 10 shillings, 50 shillings, that altar is not powerful to fight for your life, because an altar fights for an altar. It is the altar versus an altar, a sacrifice versus a sacrifice. Okay, now I want to take you to the Bible to see some of the people who build an altar and God spoke. First of all, we go to a person called Noah. After the flood, this man of God heard the voice of the Lord. And when God spoke to Noah, Noah offered made an holy altar. And then from there, he offered a sacrifice and an offering. That's where God spoke to Noah, and he said, I regret what I've done. I shouldn't have done it, right? And I think we can check on our Bibles about that, about Noah, so that the viewer may understand what we are talking about. Go to the book of Genesis 28:14. Genesis 28:14, verses 14 to 19.
And the word says, the book of Genesis chapter 28,
Yes.
verse 14. Also your descendants shall be as the dust of the earth. You shall spread abroad to the west and the east, to the north and to the south. And in you and in your seed, all the families of the earth shall be blessed.
Yes.
Behold, I am with you, and will keep you wherever you go, and will bring you back this land. For I will not leave you until I have done what I have spoken to you.
Thank you. Now, that God was talking to Abraham. This is when Abraham offered a sacrifice to the Lord. Now, before we go to Noah, I just want to explain a little bit about Abraham. Abraham, before God had spoken about blessing him with a son, he told Abraham. If you look at Genesis 15, he told Abraham, go and take a ram, goat, pigeon, and a dove. Make an altar for me. Sacrifice the offering, and I will accept it. Now, after that, we are in the book of Genesis 28. Now, that is a promise, because already he raised an altar, an old altar to God. Now, from if you look at from chapter 15 of Genesis to chapter 17, when the Lord started speaking about the son, it is after when the man of God Abraham had built an holy altar and he had sacrificed right? Now, when you go to the book of Genesis 17, that is now when God came and he told Abraham, now this is the day that I want to make a covenant, a holy covenant with you. That is, your name shall not be Abram. It shall be Abraham, because you shall be the father of many nations. Now, he said that, and when you come to the book of Genesis 28, it is when now he is saying, the Lord is talking about the promise that he had made when this man had built an holy altar. Now, when you go to Noah, the moment he built an altar, God regretted. Why?
We'll be right back to hear more about Noah and God.
Warrior down on her knees, wrestling with powers and principalities.